Hey everyone, welcome back to my main channel. This video is going to be another story time with Bree. Today's video topic is going to be paranormal experiences. I thought this would be kind of an appropriate topic for this story time because we are getting into fall and Halloween and all things scary and spooky. So I thought that I would share some of my somewhat paranormal experiences with you guys. The first kind of instance happened at my parents' house. Most of these experiences actually happened at my parents' house. And they had what is called a capiz lamp. They had one in their bedroom and one in our main kind of den living room area. And the way it was set up was it was in 3 different sections. Each little section had a light bulb in there. I will try to find a picture of it if I can to put up so you kind of get a better idea of what the heck I'm talking about. So the bottom light bulb in the one in the living room den area would go out occasionally. And I'm not talking like the bulb just blew and we just had to replace the bulb. It actually just would turn off. Just that one light bulb would go out. And at the time I was getting really big into my obsession with Queen and Freddie Mercury, and Freddie had just recently passed away, maybe a couple of years to a few years before, but I was just kind of starting to get into my obsession with it. So I would jokingly look over at the light and say, "Freddie, stop it." Not that I thought that Freddie Mercury was haunting my house, obviously not, but whatever entity it was in that house responded to the name Freddie and the light would come back on. And one of my friends did not believe me when I told her this story, and she happened to come over one night to watch movies and all of that kind of girly stuff, and we were sitting there watching a movie and the light bulb went out, and I kind of tapped her and was like, and she kind of gives me a confused look and I go, "Freddie, stop it." And the light came back on and she all of a sudden needed to go home. So yeah, she was a little bit freaked out about it. And then after a while, whatever ghost entity, whatever you want to call it, stopped playing with the light after a while. The next paranormal story, whatever, happened again at my parents' house. I was working at a bank at the time, and I would occasionally have to work on Saturday mornings. It was my Saturday to work, so I was up early. It was like 6:30 in the morning at the time I smoked, and so one of the first things I would do after going to the restroom and everything would be to go outside to smoke a cigarette. I came back in, and as I was passing our kitchen area, I saw something white go back towards my parents' bedroom. I actually thought it was my mom because she had a white dressing gown, so I just thought that it was my mom going back to bed. Maybe she woke up to get some water or something and was on her way back to bed. And so I went about my business, getting ready for work, left for work, went to work, came home, and I said something to my mom after I got home about, "What were you doing up at 6 a.m.? Or 6:30 a.m. And she was like, "I wasn't up at 6:30. Either was your dad." So obviously I saw something, but just didn't realize I had seen something. Okay, so the next paranormal type experience that I had happened actually many times, again in my parents' house. My parents' house is set up where the laundry room has a door that goes out into the garage. So whenever I would go outside to smoke, when I smoked, I would go through the door in the laundry room out to the garage, lift up the garage door, and go smoke my cigarette outside, come back in, put the door down, come back in through that door. And occasionally when I would go out, when I would come back in, the light in the laundry room would be off. I just assumed that it was maybe one of my parents or something like that, or I just didn't turn the light on, or just turned it off as I went out the door going out to the garage. Never, didn't really think of anything of it, just kind of like, "Oh, that's kind of weird, but maybe I turned it off," or maybe mom or dad came out, knew that I was out there smoking, and just flipped the light. So this one particular night, I was doing my laundry in the middle of the night because that's what I would typically do at the time. And I had just been to see some friends of mine play in a town that was close by. I was getting ready to go back out to go see them in another town nearby later on. So I was doing all my laundry to get ready for my trip. I flipped the light on in the laundry room to check the time on the dryer and went immediately straight out to go smoke my cigarette. Came in and the light was off. I knew for sure that light had been on. I did not turn it back off. I asked my parents like later the next day if they had woke up and turned it off. Neither of them had been up. Again, same kind of situation as with the white mist or whatever it was that I saw. So I knew that something was playing with those lights. Of course, then eventually I did end up quitting smoking, so I don't know if that ghost still plays with that light or not, but they used to do it all the time. So the final paranormal experience that I've had actually happened in this house, and it actually just happened not too long ago. I did Snapchat it at the time because it was just so kind of weird and I wanted to kind of document it. So I Snapchatted it and also filmed it on my phone just because it was so bizarre. But I went to go to the restroom and we did not have any toilet paper. So I came out of the bathroom to go down the hallway to the laundry room where we keep the toilet paper, and I see this white mist, again, white mist, and I honestly thought that it was like a trick of the light or something like that, like light playing tricks with my eyes or whatever, so just kept on walking, and I kept walking down the hallway, and when I got to the area where I had seen this mist, it was freezing cold. So cold. The hair was standing up on my arms. I had goosebumps everywhere. Like, it was almost like I was chilled almost completely down to the bone. And it was the weirdest thing ever. And I went and got the toilet paper and went and did my business and came back in and told James what had happened, Snapchatted it, filmed my initial like reactions to it with my phone because it was just so weird, and I have never had anything like that happen to me before. So it was so creepy but yet so cool. That's gonna do it for this episode of Storytime with Bree. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you've had any paranormal experiences of your own, please leave them down in the comment box below or tweet me a video response or something, because I love hearing about paranormal experiences and so on and so forth. And if you just cannot get enough of this face, all of my social media site links are down in the description box below for you guys, so you can come and follow me and friend me there, and we can all be one big family. I like that idea? I like that idea. So go do it. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.